Yo, what's going on? It's your boy DJ Zay.
Hey, yo, it's Swaggy T, man. You now tune into another episode of CRTV. This is the one-off edition, man.
On the couch episode. It's getting real right now.
This is the shit right here that happens and shit when it's like we just chilling on like Saturday night and shit like that. We ain't got no guests and shit like that, so we just gonna fucking just chill back and shit like that and just give y'all a good conversation, whatever we come up with.
Great combo. I'm saying we got our sturdy man, cameraman.
We got our cameraman, Willie Wack in the building.
Yo, Willie Wack,
Sturdy.
man. Tell him all about your shit, man.
Man, you know, Willie Wack, best cameraman in the Ville.
Sturdy.
Holding it down
Stamp,
for years.
Stamp.
Stamp, official, can't move me. Sturdy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you guys have seen
Right,
any
you
of the
seen the
previous
videos.
episodes and shit, and you guys kind of wondering, like, who's the nigga behind the camera doing all
He's
our
the guy
content and
behind
shit.
it.
He's the guy and shit like that. So,
Come fuck with me.
as I'm saying, like, we going to give you your flowers now and shit like that because you the one that decided that when we started the CRTV shit and everything, we was going through a bunch of different options and shit, and we was kind of politicking with a lot of niggas to see, yo, who's going to step up to the plate and want to do our shit and everything, because we trying to change the culture as far as, like, with this podcast and shit like that. So we just commend you and shit for being the one to step up for real.
Bro, it's not a problem, bro. First of all, I ain't doing nothing. Give it a buck. Everybody done school.
Yeah, I feel you.
Just work and go home. So you give me something to do. Number two, bro, you ain't no problem helping everybody out. Everybody looking for some bread, man. I'm just trying to help.
Everybody trying to look for the easy bread.
Like, you know, like, I understand, like, ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
But like sometimes, not everything don't need to get paid for. Like sometimes you just do something out of the kindness of your heart, and a lot of people just don't understand that. In my opinion.
Nah, talk your shit.
Talk your shit and let you, like, see, because there's probably a lot of niggas and shit like that. Yo, man, are they paying that nigga and shit like that? Like, what are they doing? Like, what are they giving them?
Bro, don't
like,
even worry about what we
don't
doing.
worry about
our-
what we doing shit like that. Just
You know what I'm
follow
saying?
the
Just watch the
movement.
video, man.
Watch the-
This shit could blow up, bro. So you never know. You get paid
I'm saying-
in the long run.
That's what we do,
Mm.
man. Like, ain't nobody else doing that shit for real, bro.
Not
Like,
even that, for real. We pay each other by showing up and shit like that. So
Man, yo, can't pay a nigga to show up, man.
what is that? Expand
Can't
on that.
pay a nigga to show up. Look, I'm not even trying,
DJ say about the snap.
Nah, like, I'm just saying, like,
I just say,
like, I'm just saying, like, you feel me? Like, you can't pay that. I give you the deed to my house. Here, take it.
I'll give you 10K.
I give you 10K right now.
still can't show up. Pop.
Still
my
can't
God.
show up.
The deed to my house, my wife, my kids, my car, everything I own, the clothes on my back,
The dog, like the pets, like
and niggas still won't show up. Bro, I really can't miss this. It's something important. Something important just came up. You know, it's just now. It's
Like,
like
you gotta get some people benefit of doubt. Like something might have really came up, but some people just
nah,
really,
like, you know, like, don't get me wrong, shit like that. Like, that's a true statement as far as like, you know, like, circumstances may happen and shit on like certain days when you're trying to do something with somebody, but when it becomes like a repetitive thing,
repetitive.
that they
thing.
just keep on talking
like
about. and shit
some
like
guy
that.
give.
Yeah, like someone's got to
Some guy
give and
give.
shit like that, because like a lot of the times and shit, like, you be looking at somebody like, yo, like, if you really trying to do something, like, you'll make time and shit, no matter what you trying to do and shit. Like, it's not,
Yeah.
it don't take that much to really try to fit something inside your schedule just to make sure you on point with your shit.
It's 24 hours in a day, bro. I'm just asking for an hour. So
That's what I'm saying.
Word.
I know what y'all
We
saying.
only doing this shit for an hour. Like,
I know what y'all saying.
that's
You
what
know what I'm saying?
but,
Like, it shouldn't be like, damn, I gotta go there type shit and do this episode. Like, bro, what?
Hell no, this is the best. Like, I'm gonna keep it real and shit like that. Besides all the music shit, me and Zay be doing like behind the scenes and shit as far as like,
I live.
working with artists and
I
shit
be
like
living
that.
for these episodes.
That's what I'm
bro.
saying. Like,
These
every
episodes
every
golden,
week, like
man.
every week, like, I be like ready like for like Fridays and Saturdays
Yo,
here, just so
I
we can
swear.
do
Yo,
these
you feel
episodes
me?
and
Yeah,
shit like
sure.
that.
I
Like,
I feel you.
This is what we do,
Yeah.
man.
that's what I'm saying.
Like, you gotta think about it though. Like, you gotta think about it. Like, we coming on here and we really spitting knowledge to niggas. It's not like we just coming on here, you know what I'm saying dumb shit. You feel me? Like, we out here really, you know, dropping game on niggas. You feel me? Like, niggas not doing that shit.
And another thing is, bro, it's not hurting nobody.
Bro, just listen.
Just
Just
listen.
listen.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Give it a
saying?
listen,
Open
bro.
your ears up. and we gonna really drop some knowledge on y'all. Like, I don't understand how hard it is for, like I told you, some people's attention span is just not. They just can't. Like, they always got to be doing something and stuff. Like, people got to work on being patient and shit.
I think perception wise, like for anyone that's probably seen or listened to the first few episodes and shit, they probably think like we just like a music content podcast. Like, nah, we like if you really like kind of like listen, like this is gonna show how much of a fan you're. Like, if you listen to like the full episodes and shit, and you kind of like breaking shit down like from what we're saying, you gonna be able to see that we talking like and really hitting on some like key topics and shit.
Yeah,
like
I'm not talking about. I mean, look for the people who skim through the videos because it's too long or whatever. An hour of your day is too long to watch the full video. Like, no one's saying you have to watch the video an hour fully through. Watch 25 minutes. Watch it 15 minutes. Stop. Watch. Pick it up again. Do something like that. Give you more time. Like, that's why we make these videos a certain length. We don't try to make short videos for real. We try to give y'all, as much content as we can for real. Saying drop videos for y'all. If it's a short video, it's a short video. It just is what it is. But it's like, we not about to dwell on a short video. Like, y'all know y'all like it. I know y'all like the videos fast and let it be 5-minute videos. Yeah, but then you gotta think about the like.
Well, you gotta think about your audience. Mm-hmm. We live in that microwave.
Yeah.
I only got your attention for like what, 2 minutes, a minute and a half,
and you moving on to the next thing and shit like that.
Everything gotta be interesting.
But I don't think people realize too and shit like that. Like, while we doing these episodes, they're learning more about us as like we going along and shit like that. So there's probably like a bunch of people like that. Like, of course, like we know like a bunch of people that like watch the shit right now, people that we probably went to school with or just cool with, like outside of what we do and shit like that. But at the same time, like maybe a lot of those people don't know us on like on a personal level and shit. So as they keep on watching and as we do like things like our fire in the booths, when we're doing like our things like the regular podcast, when we're bringing guests on, even when we get to like our jam session and shit like that, they're going to see like a lot of stuff and learn more about us like as like this time goes on.
Yeah, they've been kind of seeing what we've been doing, but it's just like, ooh, look, like I said, like this is the only problem about having a short video. So you got a short video, cool, like it's cool, attention grabber, real quick, comforting. But the only problem is like now, longevity of that video. Most people gonna watch that video for a certain amount of time and be like, all right, I'm done watching this video. Because it's only but so long anyway. So it's like, damn, like you always gonna want somebody to keep making another short video. But now if you look, no matter how hard, like they don't want to accept it. You give somebody an hour video compared to a 10-minute video. In that hour video, you're getting a lot more. You're getting a lot more.
But you want me to keep it real with you? Like I'm going to say probably 20 minutes ago or 15 minutes ago, before we were setting up and shit like that, somebody we know DM'd us and shit after we posted the little content and shit, we're his favorite podcast.
Oh, for real?
Yes. I'm not gonna say the person's name and shit like that, but we know him and shit like that. And we're only 4 episodes in, and he already said we're his favorite podcast.
We not even that's the thing about, this is CRTV, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad people like didn't take it, the wrong way. Cause how everybody take it like, oh, it's just more niggas trying, do some music shit. You feel me? Like, no, it's not that, bro. It's not like we were saying earlier, like it's not about like just music all the time, bro. Like we talking about regular shit. Nigga, I swear, if you think about it, like, look, man, like, all right, let's go up, like, you know what I'm saying? We gonna go to the show, you know what I'm saying? We get in here and then we lock in. That's all we do. But like, like if you talk to somebody else that doesn't do anything and like they don't know how to routine, like how shit be going and shit. They're not used to that shit. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? You kind of gotta like
because they don't know our process for what we do as far as kind of like our every week schedule, as far as kind of like making sure like this shit happens like every week and everything.
Right.
On top of balancing what we also got like in our own personal shit like that. Like we plan these CRTVs and all like the little segments that we have like weeks in advance and shit like that.
Months in advance,
like,
man.
It's already a process enough and shit like that, trying to get like going back to what you said, like with people not like showing up and shit like that. Like we kind of like have like schedule out and list people that we can entertain and shit like that as far as getting on the show and everything. And at that same time, that right there is already like shit in itself, because you gotta deal with personalities and shit like that, and like a whole bunch of communication back and forth between people. So it's kind of like, while we doing that, you really gonna see like who's serious enough to come up here and shit.
Yeah,
but that's the magic behind it, bro. You get to see the personalities and the behind the scenes of what was going on in the Ville or like surrounding areas.
Yeah,
like this is real. This can really get some people some exposure if you really think about it. Like that freestyle, whatever, bro. Like what?
Anybody in the world can see that.
All you gotta do is come on the show, come on the Fire in the Booth, spit like what good
2-3
5,
minutes.
6 minutes.
Good 2 minutes.
Beats. Good 2 minutes, right? Or bro, we post that, it blows up, whatever. All you gotta do is catch the right ear, and then you on.
Because the first thing they gonna look back is like, yo, what show was he on when he did that freestyle and shit like that? And it's gonna come back to the start. CRTV and shit like that, and they gonna look at the 3 niggas right here on the couch as like, yo, like those are the guys that are really like keeping the shit afloat and shit like that. So and
look, keeping it afloat. So like I wanted to get into that. So like on the aspect of like what you think, like who you think like out of everybody that, like you just feel like you just can't count on them.
Like,
somebody you just can't count on. Like give me that person right now.
You can't get right. Just can't get right.
Like I don't. Like if it's someone too personal, you're all right. You don't gotta say it. But if you like tell me like someone in your life, you got somebody like.
Not everybody got that.
Like
person.
Somebody like, damn, I can't count on this nigga for
shit.
Like, they had a gun in my head, and I had to call this person, and they said they pick up. My life is saved, but they don't pick up. I get shot. Nah, I know somebody like that.
See, I'm gonna keep it real, like no bullshit and everything. I can't really think about somebody like that right now and shit, because a lot of the principles and morals I stand on and shit, people already know how like I move and shit, so people already go off the motion of like, nah, like Tim treats like the people that he's cool with like a certain type of way and shit, where it's kind of like I'm not like no lame ass like shiesty individual where it's kind of like I'm fucking people over and shit, and it's kind of like they just know like, nah, he's just like a thorough ass dude and shit. So I give people the same energy they give me and shit, so I really can't think of somebody right now where it's kind of like I don't like really think like I couldn't count on them and shit like that. And I ain't trying to be politically correct and shit like that. There's a bunch of people I could possibly name and shit like that, but
name one. See, this is where
I can't think of it right now.
I can't
because I don't give bad energy off and shit like that.
No, I'm not even saying it's got to be bad energy. I'm just saying like, damn, like this nigga done failed you a lot, bruh. You know, I already know. It's like it's all love because you know that person like you know them.
Matter of fact,
but it's like it's gotta be from a certain distance and a certain, you know what I'm saying, like
right,
level because of that.
I can't think. I have a person in mind. Like, all right, I'm gonna keep it real. This person right here and shit like that. So I used to work with this person and shit like that.
Yeah.
So one scenario I can really think of that really kind of got me, because there's a whole bunch of shit
tell us how the scenario went.
All right, so Pete, right? This is probably maybe probably 2 or 3 years ago and shit like that. It may have been 2 years ago. So I ran into this person at the job and shit like that, and we just kind of like yo Tim and shit like that. Like, what you been up to and shit like that. We just kind of catching up, whatever. So bro said he's throwing a party that night and everything.
Yeah.
And this is the summer and shit, so this guy be probably maybe like the middle of July and everything.
Right,
he tells me to pull up and everything, and he sends me the address as soon as like I dapped him up and I left his job and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So here I am, shit, like I just got the address or whatever, and I'm like, don't even like care to even look at it right now. Get dressed and shit like that. The party's probably maybe 2 hours after that point that I had talked to him. So after I get ready and shit like that, I'm in the car, look at the phone, shit like that. Destination says 5 minutes away and shit. So I'm like, damn, this nigga's right up the road and shit like that. Because I didn't know, like I knew he lived inside the area close to me and shit, but I didn't know like the distance between like man, I'm thinking he's down like the street and shit. So I'm driving right, driving to the party and shit. Mind you, I'm looking at the party going on like Snapchat, Instagram, because he's posting videos already and shit. So as soon as I'm driving, I'm like, what's called? Hit a turn, shit like that. I'm driving down the road and everything. I'm like, yo, I'm about to be here in like a minute and shit. So the destination is his job. He gave me the address to his job where I linked with him earlier and shit. I'm
come
like,
get him?
Huh?
To come pick him up?
No, like he sent me the address like that was his house.
Fuck.
That's what I'm saying. So while I'm sitting there and shit like that, I'm at the job at this point, and I'm like, yo, don't tell me this nigga really just sent me the address to his job, thinking that this was his house and shit. That's why I was like, yo, when I looked at the
so he's at home and he sent you this job.
No, he sent me the address when we were when I met him at the when I saw him at the job earlier and shit like that. He sent me the address like for ahead of time, like, yo, this is the address, because the party's in like 2 hours after that point. So it's like, I just want to give you the address in
So
advance.
is the party? Where's the party at?
The party was in his backyard and shit. He had a big ass pool party and shit.
Oh, but he did some fried stuff and sent you the work address.
He sent me the work address and shit. So while I'm at the job still parked up, I'm trying to get him on the phone and shit and trying to call him, because I'm like, yo, send me the real address and shit. This nigga goes AWOL the rest of the night and shit like that, and I don't get in contact with him and shit for the rest of the night. And I'm sitting here looking like a dickhead and shit, because I'm like, bro, I didn't got fly for this party and shit like that.
I would have
like,
just went home, bro.
Like, nah.
Yeah,
so this is what happened, right? Because the night went from bad to okay and shit, because
you ended up going.
Huh? No, I didn't end up going shit like
so
that.
What happened?
What happened was, while I'm parked up and shit, so I'm sitting there, I'm calling people at this point, because I'm telling them like the story and shit, because at this point I need somebody to vent to, because I'm like, I'm like, yo, like niggas don't do dickhead shit like this, where it's kind of like if I'm supposed to be your mans and shit like that, don't send me the work address and shit, because I'm like, and mind you, he was sober, wasn't high, but seeing what Will just said, he might have been high and shit. To like send the work address, so I'm calling people up or wherever.
Nah, that's definitely on some fried shit.
And I'm just kind of telling them the story and shit, and they kind of like feel me out, like, because they're looking at me and they're talking and like, yo, why would he do that? And shit, like, everybody I called like the rest of the night was like, yo, what's up with the bull and shit like that.
So did you ever see bull?
Huh?
You ever see bull again?
No, we gonna get to that and shit like that. So at that point, when I'm kind of like telling people what's going on, one of the friends that had picked up the call that I was explaining to, she was like, well, if you still inside the area and shit like that, we going out for Applebee's tonight and shit like that, so you can come through with us.
I think I know what you're talking about.
You can come through.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Talk what?
I think I know what you're talking about.
What, the friend at Applebee's?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that person.
I know what you're talking about.
I don't know nothing about this.
So that person eventually, that person I was talking to on the FaceTime and shit, and she was like, nah, like, you can just pull to Applebee's and shit like that with us and everything, because we just gonna be chilling.
Yo, where's
out.
that friend at?
Huh?
It's always there.
Like what?
Wait.
Nah, but so I ended
that
up
on camera?
Huh?
Off camera? That's an off camera topic.
That's off camera topic. Shit like
okay,
that.
okay.
But
off the record
conversation. But overall, I went out with her friends and shit like that. We had Applebee's or whatever and shit. But it was kind of like that right there was a lesson in itself, that you really can't, like, you just gotta watch you overall hang around with and shit like that, because like I said, like,
you gotta watch who you hang around.
Rest in peace, speaker knockers. Like, but it was overall like, nah, man, like, I wouldn't do that to any of y'all and shit like that. So that's where it's kind of like a lot of the shit I move on now and shit. I can say I have like a really bad trust issue with certain niggas and shit, and doing dumb shit like that is an example of stuff like you don't do. To the people you cool with.
Nah, like, if you, like, I swear, somebody sent me the wrong address to something. Yo, it was this time where it was I was going to a party, bro, and they sent me the address. Hey, all right, so I'm driving, yo. I'm like, yo, they sent me the address to this John, so I put it in my John, and this shit took me all the way like 30, 40 minutes away from where I was supposed to be, bruh. I'm all the way in, bro. It's
So-
nighttime. It's nighttime.
So basically, this person did the same thing.
Basically. So look, I'm gonna tell you the story. Boom, sent the dot. I'm supposed to pull up around like 9, 10 o'clock. Boom, send the dot and shit. I'm like a dot, like an address and shit where it's supposed to be at too. I click on it. I'm following this shit. I'm like, damn, where the fuck this shit at? I ain't never been around it. I lied to you not, bro. This experience was crazy, bro. I'm on like back roads and shit, bro. Like back roads, my nigga.
Were you in the woods?
Bro, I don't know where the fuck I'm at, to be honest, bro. I don't know. Like, usually when I go this way, I usually make it like this right. But, like, I made like a left this time, and it was going straight. But I'm like, all right, I kind of know the area, but it's like I don't be around here type shit. So it's like, you feel me? So, like, I'm like, all right, fuck it. Maybe it really is over here type shit. Bro, I'm driving, bro. So I'm like, damn, yo. Then ain't nothing worse than when you on a back road, no lights on the road,
dark as shit,
and then there's no service. So now the navigation tweaking. Now the navigation tweaking. I'm like,
we're
whoa.
redirecting you to like.
I swear, I almost hit a deer that night.
Yeah.
Boom. So I'm like, damn, yo, that shit blew my shit. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker come nowhere. So I'll be at the crib, you know what I'm saying? And then I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna keep going type shit. Like I'm already this far. Like I might as well just get to the destination. Like not gonna turn back around. Hella gas. I just wasted. Bro. So
keep in mind, let people know how much it takes to fill up your tank.
All right. So I have like an SUV, so like it takes right now since gas is mad high. Yeah, fuck y'all doing, you know what I'm saying, government. But you know, yeah, it takes like to fill up my shit, it's like I think like $65 to
I
fill up
drive a
my
Honda
tank.
Accord, bro. It take like $43 to fill up. Last summer it took like $29 to fill up a car.
Yeah, I know. My shit used to take up $40 to fill up my shit last year.
Last summer you can get 10 gallons of gas for $20.
Yes.
This summer you get 4 gallons for $20.
Hold up.
That's a big difference, bro.
Bro,
but
$20, bro. You only $20. I got gas
meter
today. I got gas today, bro. I was man, I'm put 20 in the tank. You feel me? Put 20 in the tank. I'm like, whoa. I might have to get another 20 up in this joint. Like, bro, like, what's going on? Like, that shit said 6 gallons, bro, for $20.
Yeah, bro. Gas prices.
That
are
shit's
high.
real. Like it's inflation and shit.
And
But
we in Jersey and shit, so it's like, why is it this? Never mind.
But not even that. Have you seen like I don't know if you guys
Me
seen like
neither.
the past like I don't know if it's been like the past 2 months and shit, but there's like a coin shortage and shit like that.
Yeah.
So every single time I'm in like the
Coin shortage,
drive-throughs and
man.
shit, are like, excuse me, sir, do you have like the exact change for it? Like I pay card anyway and shit like that, but I'm not trying to pay the card all the time and shit.
You know what happened? Because in the middle of the pandemic, what did everybody do? In the beginning, I mean.
It was just grabbing all toilet paper.
yeah, panicking.
Panicking. But what else did we do? We stayed home.
Stay home.
So we stayed home.
We didn't spend money.
We ain't
yeah.
spending cash. So
Right.
that's why no businesses have any coins or money. Because nobody was spending it. We
See,
do
but that's the
online
thing.
orders with the card.
See, but that's the thing though. We're a year removed now and shit like that. So it's
bro.
kind of
You're
like
behind.
you would think. Well, yeah, you're right. We are behind and shit. But it's kind of like
Nigga, we more than a year behind, man. We
we
fuck around be 5 years now.
5 years behind and shit. Like,
This shit stumped
Anybody
niggas.
you
Like,
might go back in the lockdown. Better put your mask back on.
hey yo, swear to God, I was hearing about that shit, bruh.
Put your mask back
Bro,
on.
they
Hold
got
on,
like
cause
phase
did-
2.
y'all
No, they got
can't
like
behave.
phase 2.
Did you see?
Can't behave.
You see Lollapalooza the other day?
Nah.
So basically, what happened and shit, like they had like the Lollapalooza in Chicago and shit, and niggas is making memes right now because they saying like it looks like the episode of SpongeBob and shit, and the nigga was selling like the pretty patties and like everybody surrounding like the houses and stuff. So it was kind of like people was in the comments talking about, yeah, man, get ready, we about to be inside we about to be in the house again. Like I ain't trying to be inside the house again and
It's gotta
shit
be
like
that
that.
time. People keep playing, bro.
I don't
Man,
even know.
Look, if we in the house again, you know what I'm saying? Just know more videos coming out. But
Absolutely.
but like
We ain't gonna stop doing what we doing shit.
regardless of what's going on, you feel me? If the world ends right now while we talking on this shit, the world ends right now while we talking on this
It is
shit.
what it is.
Niggas probably wouldn't see this lost footage, but if you do find this video, This the lost video right here. The colossal lost videos tape.
Joint is on the hard drive. We lost that joint behind the couch.
Not even that. What was both of y'all's worst experience when the pandemic like fucking hit? Damn. Like, what was your worst pandemic story?
Bro, worst pandemic story, bro.
Sheesh.
Because we was in the house for 3 months.
You know what? You know what?
Who was in the house for 3 months?
Well, like we was in the house and shit, but the general public people were in the house for
working.
3 months.
You was supposed to be.
We was working and shit because that's when we started the whole colossal movement and shit like that. But for other people, they was going through shit as far as getting toilet paper and all types.
That was like even the beginning, like right in the beginning, before we was doing it like real heavy and shit. Like in the springtime, because, you know, that's when it really came about crazy. Mm-hmm. It's springtime, bro. I can tell you exactly what was going on, bro. Look. I mean, this is probably the most dissatisfying story. Because because remind you, like, niggas been on this music shit. You feel me? Before all this shit, like, I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm saying shout out to, you know, KTP. Shout out to that nigga Monty. But, you know, KTP, I ain't gonna lie, man. Yo, we had a little movement going on, you feel me? Like, about before the pandemic started, about like 2019, going into 2020. Mm-hmm. Momentum, getting ready for this nigga album and shit. Bro, I swear to God, bro. As soon as like, all right, you know, like when niggas start getting the information about the COVID and shit, niggas start panicking. Remind you, I'm at work and shit. I'm not thinking nothing about it. Like, niggas was talking about I'm locked in, you feel me? Like, when I'm locked into, like, this music shit, you know, niggas get locked in. So it's like, I don't care what else is going on. But obviously that is not the case for everyone else. Niggas was letting that shit punch them in the face. I swear to God. But look, when somebody around you get punched, man, that shit can fuck around, connect to your mitt. You feel me? If you too close, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, I was like, damn,
they got hit with the Tank Davis.
Yo, I promise you, niggas was just doing shit so much. Like, everybody was working every day. And then next thing you know, COVID hit, niggas losing jobs, talking about the nigga world's about to end and shit. You feel me? Like, bro, I swear to God, bro, I was at a job, bro. I remind you, like, fuck jobs. I hate jobs, but I was at this job. You see me? I was a phone salesman, man, bro. Like me, bro. You feel me? Like, don't let this, you know what I'm saying image fool you. Like, I know how to talk my shit, but it's just like, bruh, I promise you, it's the pandemic and niggas is coming in about fucking phones, bruh. About bruh, like, I'm talking about the questions, bro.
Nothing else to do.
The questions about the phones, bro, is ridiculous, bruh. I'm talking about, yo, bro, why am I getting billed this month? I thought I paid. Nigga, you know you ain't paid. Pay that bread and we good.
And you'll be back to your regularly scheduled shit.
Like, oh, I swear, bro, it came in fucking hobos. A couple hobos came in, yo, and they was trying to buy a phone. I was like, yeah, can I see your social? Can I see your social security card? Because I have to see that shit. Mm-hmm. Can I see your social, your proof of ID, so I can make sure I can get you a line started and shit? Oh, well, yeah, so look what happened. Look, I got a passport. I got a passport. Like, I'm like, but it's not. But I don't have it. I don't have the passport with me.
People do the nuttiest
I'm
thing,
like,
man.
Bro, man.
Just those 3 months alone, people just did like the weirdest stuff.
I can't help
man,
you.
I'm like, it got to a point like when you like looking at like the retail stores and all that, it was kind of like they were putting limits on like simple stuff that you wouldn't think needed. Like we like
Lysol wipes.
Like no.
Lysol
I'm gonna keep it real. The pandemic only proved to me how dirty people are already and shit like that. Because it's almost like a lot of the stuff that people like. Everyone got health conscience all of a sudden.
Bro, why did everybody just take toilet paper, bro? Like, that shit don't make you shit.
Because people finally decided to wipe their ass during the pandemic.
It don't make you shit.
People, I guess was walking around like they wasn't showering and shit.
Nah, like, I swear, bro, like, niggas wasn't already showering. Niggas Well, I'm not talking about me, but I'm just saying like I'm talking about like people like
we talking about the people that was
I'm talking
showing
about
that they needed that shit.
I'm talking about niggas who come home out of work and don't get in the shower and get out their clothes from work clothes. They go hoop yeah, with their work boots on. Get a bucket after they sweated, and then come home and then smoke a blunt, eat some food, and lay down. Yo, nigga, get in the shower, go fucking do something productive, and go to fucking sleep, nigga. You got kids, nigga.
I remember seeing Silver Park back in the day, bro. The grown men playing ball, bro, and the kids be in the bleachers on the side. Like, yo, they should be watching the door right now. They're not watching you miss every bucket you put up.
Bro, you should be training your son.
Like
nigga.
bull hooping with an Amazon vest on, bro. Like, come on, bro. Come on.
Oh shit, I don't want to talk about fucking Amazon. Shit.
Amazon, Walmart.
Bro, we could talk about Amazon.
Let me talk.
I got some stories about Amazon.
I got some stories
I've seen
about
some
Amazon.
stuff.
I seen it like.
Bro, that shit is a
seen
plant,
it like,
bro. That shit is a plant, bro.
You want an Amazon story?
Yeah, give me some of a good Amazon story.
All right, so this is 2019 and shit, right? So I had left a former job and shit, and this is how, like I said, this is how crazy this shit gets and everything. So I left the job and went to Amazon and shit, because at that time, like, you gotta think this is before like a pandemic and COVID was even thought of and everything. This is 2019.
Yeah.
So I went there just for the bread and shit like that, because niggas was talking about, man, we're at Amazon, shit like that. You're gonna be making $4,000, $5,000 checks and shit like that. So you gotta think.
You like,
yo,
I could do something with that shit.
Let's do it. Like, so I'm working at Amazon, right, bro?
I'm
gonna keep it real.
Get there.
Until you get there, bro. Because this is around the time they was doing like a little infomercial. They was talking about Amazon fulfillment centers now hiring.
Nah, they still do that
they
shit.
They still do those commercials.
Yo, I literally was on my way to work, one morning, bro. Mind you, it's early as shit, yo. I go to work mad early. Yo, I promise you on the radio, it was like, Amazon now hiring. at $25.
25 with a $15 bonus, like
with $100 sign up. Like, yo, they'll get you in there, they'll suck you in there, and they'll be like, yeah, man, I'm making bread, man.
All right, so let me get to it, right? So I was there only for 3 months. And those were the longest 3 months.
The hardest
I can
3
say.
months.
Like I've never been like a person that's ever been depressed in like their life. Like I never had no depression. I never had depression. I never suffered from any type of anxieties and shit like that.
Uh-huh.
But working at that job for those 3 months was probably the most depressed I've ever been. Because literally the first month, I was shit. I wasn't making my numbers. I wasn't hitting the quotas I was supposed to be hitting and stuff, and it's kind of like
PPH?
Yeah, like I was doing that picking shit where it was kind of like you was taking items and you was putting like in these totes.
Mind you,
in the bags, right?
No, not in the bags. I was on the second floor, so what I was doing is kind of like the robots bring you like the items and everything. You take the items, scan them on the little light, put them in the totes, and you keep on doing it until the totes fill up to a point, and then you push them down. You keep replacing the totes.
Remind you. This is a warehouse.
Yeah, mind you, this is a warehouse and everything. So I'm you gotta think. I'm 19 and shit like that, and of course, like like 19, 20, they look at you as adults and shit. But I was like one of the youngest people in the warehouse. Like I'm surrounded by like niggas that are like 35 plus,
bro,
and everything.
They be in there deep.
So,
grown men.
And the only person that was younger than me was a guy that wasn't even supposed to be working there. He was 18, but he got held back in school and shit. So he was doing like his 6th year. At that point, like when he was there,
6 year,
yeah, like
sheesh.
I haven't seen him in a minute, but shout out to my nigga Brandon. I was working there and shit, so it's kind of like the only people that was really like getting me through my work was kind of like the people like I was cool with and shit. So like shout out to my nigga Jeff, shout out to my cousin Zay, and like just shout out to like a few other people that was kind of like we were just there, just laughing it up and shit.
Zay, that's the boy you showed me,
huh?
That's the boy you showed me.
Nah, that's my other my people's Desmond and shit like that. He do like the physical training and shit like that. We gonna get him on CRTV soon and shit.
Right.
I didn't really start like I was like to the point where like my manager like Tim Allison needs to talk to you and shit like that. You're not making your numbers and all this stuff. And
she said not making your numbers.
Yeah, like she's talking to me like every day at this point, like the back end of my first month, talking about, oh, what do we need to do to put you inside the position so you can meet your quota and all this stuff. So it got to a point where I was getting frustrated. I'm having other kind of like supervisors talk to me on the side, like, yeah, I know she be on some bullshit and everything. Like, you like don't take it to heart and everything. So
you can't.
I can and shit like that. So what really got me through, like I said, was just like the people there. And I don't know what it was, but that second and third month, really more so the third month, when I was on my way out the door, that's when I started hitting my stride as far as like making my numbers and shit. I was doing what I was supposed to do, and it was kind of like I actually got like we had like a board system, so like every single it was kind of like it would show like who the top pickers are as far as like on
I know
the
what
floor.
you're talking about. I know what you're
so
talking about.
It got to a point where it was kind of like I was getting on that board like daily and stuff, and it was kind of like the supervisor that was getting on me
with the board.
Yeah, like she would talk to me and shit. She was like, "Oh my God, like you're really just like you had like a big jump from like your first month and everything." I'm like, "Yeah, you see what happens when you leave me the fuck alone, like and let me do my job." So it's kind of like after that point, I just kind of like came to the decision after my third month. I was kind of like, yeah, like it's cool, like I'm meeting my numbers now and everything, but you just kind of like I don't know if you guys ever been like a job where it's kind of like, yo, I can't do this for the rest of my life type shit and everything. So
those kind of jobs are like bridge jobs to get you to the next to your career or whatever.
Nah, but you like the only thing I really learned from that job, because after I left that the third month,
no, what did you learn?
Was it what I was wearing?
No, what did you learn for?
What I learned that job is for niggas that are like at the tail end of their life. You don't see your family there. I was working.
Nigga, you can say that, but now the niggas can't say that.
You don't see your family. Like I was working the ass days so I could have the best days off. So it'd be like I would work from like Sunday, I would say like Sunday to Thursday. No, I was working from Sunday to Wednesday, and then I would have Thursday, Friday,
Sunday to Wednesday,
and Saturday off and shit that.
Yeah.
So I didn't really like. I learned that when you inside a situation like that, as far as like a job you don't like, you just definitely gotta like stick with and have a rapport with people that you fuck with and shit like that, because they're gonna be the ones that get you through it and everything. So like I said, all those people I shouted out, those were people that we was all like just kind of like close together and shit, and it was kind of like it just got to a point we was just like laughing about that job every day. And the one funny thing that happened to me actually was this is around the time that you weren't allowed to have your phones at the station and stuff. Yeah, so it's kind of like if you had your phone at the station, like they would like
I need my phone.
They would have to write it up and everything, and they would kind of like do a report on it. So we came back from our second break, and I went back to the second floor, and then I'm just like tapping my pockets and everything, and I'm like, damn, I'm like, yo, I got my phone in my pocket. How am I gonna get this down when we're leaving and stuff?
I need
my phone.
Bruh.
So as soon as we leave, right, I'm talking to my cousin Zay. I'm like, yo, bro, how am I gonna get this phone? Like when we get past the security gate and everything. He was like, yo, just like, I got a plan. Just like we gonna do it as soon as we get down there and shit. So we get down there right after the shift was over, and we go into the security gate and shit, right? So the phone's inside my pocket. I go through the gate. Of course, the gate rings and shit. So it's like beep beep beep. So I'm like, damn, fuck this shit and everything. So he's like, all right, it's a lady and shit. She's like, yo, go to the side and everything. They're gonna have to write up and shit. Cause my dumb ass told her like, yo, I got my phone on me and everything. So I'm going to the side and everything because he's got to write the report. But I slipped it to my man's and everything. So he's walking out. So I'm sitting inside the chair. He was like, what did she send you over here for? I was like, she said I had my phone on me and everything. So I'm acting dumb and everything. Like, yo, I don't know where it's at and everything. He's kind of looking confused too, because he was like, well, if you don't got your phone on you and everything, you can just get up and go for real and everything. But he's looking back at her like, yo, Katie, are you sure? you sure he has his phone? All you hear her is just scream like where the position she was at. He has his phone. So I'm just looking at her like, I'm like, yo, like she's really on me and shit. Right
That's
now.
some weird shit,
Weird shit. Like she's screaming like throughout the whole station and shit. So I played it off because
Yo.
bro left the phone on the counter.
Niggas don't get paid extra to do that, man.
Niggas don't get paid extra to do that security shit, man. Like, so, he put the phone on the counter and shit, and then I just kind of like smoothly walked over. I'm like, oh, I found it and everything. And he had he was confused too and shit because he's kind of looking like I'm just trying to go home as well. So I acted like I found it. He writes a report up and everything, and then me and bro like head out and stuff. A week later, we doing our thing, like working and stuff. And he's kind of like, he walks by my station and shit. He's like, yo, cuz, let me tell you something. He said, you understand that there was another security guard that pulled me to the side this week talking about, yeah, I seen what you and your boy did with the phone last week and everything. I could have wrote it up and everything, but I let y'all slide and stuff. There was another guard in the cut that was looking at the whole situation. I'm like, what was you gonna do, like, about this shit? Like,
why do they need 3 security guards?
It's 3 security guards over a phone situation and shit, but that's probably
Focus on the wrong thing.
When it's your phone.
That's what I'm saying. It was my phone shit, but that's probably my worst job, like, experience, and probably the worst job I've ever had and shit. But
yeah, that's a bad one.
You got one?
See, y'all worked at the fulfillment center?
Yeah, I was working at the
I worked
film
at
center.
the sorting center in Belmar.
Oh yeah, cause there is like, cause they're like back to back with each other.
Yeah, bro. When I tell you, bro, I seen bodies drop because of the heat. I seen bodies drop. I thought I was in a war. I'm getting PTSD. I'm like, yo, this is where Mike dropped last week. Like we don't like no. I'm like, and then they'll. That's why I never worry about no job or nothing. Cause then they'll just replace you next day. Cause like, bull, Mike dropped. Next day, some girl named Sally up, ready to go. I'm like, damn, nobody worry about Mike. I ain't heard about Mike since.
Nah, you not gonna hear about Mike because Mike is gone.
Just a number.
When you're gone.
You're just number
you're
1, 2,
body
3,
of-
4, 5 to them on the computer.
As soon as it says terminated,
You're
you are
done.
no longer a worry to their concern.
Done.
I think
Nobody care about
I
you.
still got PTSD from the fulfillment center. I can't sleep because of that shit. That was
Nigga, I still got
that was a
PTSD
bro, I be in like-
from you.
bro, that
I
was
be
a
in like
that was-
Target or something,
that was
and
a
I hear that
12-hour
scanner beep,
shift,
bro.
Like,
Hey yo, let's tell them the story about our journey, the job together.
all right,
Because you know we worked together and
Yeah.
shit at one time. You know.
Yeah, like, all right, so we're at a point right now. This is 2020, so this is like this right here, especially like this month, like specifically and shit like that, is when we started like the whole colossal shit. Because it was kind of like this is a point where, you know, me and Zay have been cool since we've been like 5
Right.
and shit like that, but this is around the time when we both kind of like seen like from a distance we was both doing like the music stuff.
Yeah.
So during like the pandemic and shit, it was kind of like, you know, niggas was really just working on music the whole pandemic. So it was kind of like we weren't really like relying on like jobs to get us through and everything. We was kind of like just focusing on our craft. So we just kind of like had to decide like, yo, like we gotta do something. We need to have something on the side and everything, just kind of like to also support what we got going on and stuff. So we was at UPS and shit like that,
Yo,
working in hot ass trucks all day
I
and
swear.
like doing
Nah,
all.
when I
that.
worked them job, I realized I'm like, yo, this is not my line of work.
It's not.
This is not my line of work.
But we was there for a grip, man. We was in there thriving,
Like,
thriving and dying.
We
We
like,
live by it and die by it.
like I said, man, that was another job we was at and shit. Where it's kind of like we
Yo.
we was young, not as far as kind of like, you know, being like a kid, but
I'm talking
you
about
young compared to the niggas
beat
that's
on
already
your
working there.
back.
Mm-hmm.
You working around like a bunch of like guys
Bunch of
that
old
like,
heads, bro.
no, but like we was there like part time and shit. These guys had to be here
every
every day to support their families and
That's what
everything.
That's what they had to
And
do.
they
That's
bro.
what they
love
gotta
that
do.
shit.
And they
But that's the choices that they.
Nah,
I
they
don't feel bad for them,
they
though.
don't love it. You can tell in their faces as soon as they was coming in to work.
I
They
don't
ain't
feel
like what they
bad
was
for
doing.
all of them though, because some of them that was their life choices that made them
Yeah.
end up right there.
Yeah.
But some people just
Nah,
sometimes just
bro,
shit out
some-
luck and had to do it.
Some niggas, bro, nah, they grown ass men, bro. Like, come on, bro. You talking about you got
That's-
2-3 kids, bro.
That's why I can't end up there like that, bro.
And you working
You gotta
for
be on the grind.
1450, bro.
See,
Work now so you can live later.
and for them being at 14,
1450, bro. A 35-year-old with 3 kids.
yeah, no, that's impossible.
It's impossible.
it's impossible.
Bro.
It's like,
Then
that's-
they ain't
that's-
got no money for you.
That's why they. That's why. That's why they.
Or
that's
they
why
really
they're
don't
working
go
there
to
so they
the
can try to
kids.
advance at that job. That's the only reason they're there, because for them to really get those bonuses, they have to advance in what they're doing there. So they have to get and work for the promotions and all the type of stuff like that. So
And look, you like I said, like, oh yeah, for the kids and shit. If you got kids, bro, I keep it a buck. There be niggas with kids still don't give a fuck if they got a kid or not.
Yeah.
They gonna spend their bread on what the fuck they
You
want.
ask them, they be like, "What kid?" So,
What kid?
I know a dude.
I got him next paycheck.
I know a dude that used to work with him. But he ain't gonna see. His nigga named Yusef, right? Used to work with him couple months, right? And then he kept talking about. It was on the phone. He was frustrated. I'm like, bro, who you talking to? Cause we outside pumping gas. Like, bro, who you talking to? And I'm talking to my baby moms. I'm like, what does this mean? He's like, it's not really mine, bro. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, bro, don't tell me you a deadbeat. He said, bro, I would live and die being a deadbeat. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, I was like, show me a picture of the baby, right? So he go through the photo gallery. You know, I look away because I don't want to see nothing I don't want to see. And then he pulled up. I'm like, bro, when I tell you they copy and pasted that baby face like from his, bro, that's his baby, bro. And he will die by saying that's not his baby. He said, bro, all I do is buy her a coat in the winter. That's it. I'm like, damn, bro, you can walk around here knowing that you got a kid and don't take care of it.
Said buy him a coat in winter.
see, but and that's the thing.
Just
right
buy her one coat in the winter,
Cap.
and that's it.
Fuck the deadbeat
Cap.
dads, man. Fuck that shit.
You
man.
might as well not buy her anything, bro.
Not even that, man. Because niggas, like I said, niggas like, cause we be touching on these like topics like here and there from like on the podcast and shit like that. But
If you look, we're gonna keep it simple.
take care of your responsibilities, man.
Just
shit
take
like
care
that.
of your responsibilities.
Because I was watching an interview
gotta-
right
you
with
gotta
you know Jay Prince, right?
Yeah.
So Jay Prince was talking about like how you know his father I guess wasn't in his like his dad was like in and out and everything, but it wasn't like he was like a deadbeat where it was kind of like
Talking about
he was like he was only like picking and choosing when to see him. Like he was like always popping up and
yeah,
everything. So
yeah.
a lot of the people I guess that he grew up with, like their fathers weren't inside the household either and everything. And the way Jay Prince explained it was kind of like he said, "Yo, like I don't look at the guys that walk out as their kids like as men. They're boys and shit like that." Because he was saying like like somebody I guess that was sitting across the table was saying like like men always walk out on their kids and shit like that. And like no, those are boys and shit like that. A man would have stayed around and took care of his responsibilities and shit like that. It's like so if you walking out on like a child and shit like that, and you just kind of like leaving like that situation like up in the air, and you're not taking care of it, like that person's not a man.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, at least acknowledge that you have some sort of responsibility in this world, bro. Take care of it, bro. Because it was your choice. Take care of it.
You the one who knocked the shorty up. You know what I'm saying? Raw dog in her.
Like, come on, man.
And
Stop
then
playing. It's not acting like it's not yours, bro.
Talking about, oh yeah.
Yo, Zabo.
You was saying, oh yeah, when you was all yeah in it. But now when
it's all nah.
now when you
it was all good just
now
a week
it's-
ago.
Now I started hearing, oh yeah, you hear when.
When.
Whoa. Dumpster baby? Can't say that. But yo, you ever see Family Guy?
Yeah.
Yo, they had like the dumpster babies and shit. They was fucking babies in the dumpster from like prom night weekend type shit.
That was wild.
Yo, that's wild.
They show a lot of
and-
controversial stuff. on
And
that
they
joint, bro.
they were dancing and shit, like they were singing and shit. I'm just a dumpster baby, and they were fucking like really singing and shit, like whoa, like this shit is crazy, bruh. Bro.
Like I said, like
if you don't like, that's all I'm gonna say, yo. If you don't believe in having abortions, because I know females, they make it's like their choice to have either abortion or not. It's cool, but if you aren't gonna take care of your kid, go through the abortion. Fuck your morals. Just don't have the kid. Talking about that could permanently mess you up and this and the third. Look, all right.
I'm not even
Cool,
gonna
cool.
I'm not even gonna say that.
Cool,
Like,
cool.
far as I'm gonna just say
No,
like,
no, no. Look,
what
look,
I said
look.
before is like, yo, people know what they getting into when they really like are like
Nah,
in the
nah.
process of, like, making a kid and shit
It's
like
not.
that.
It's not. Like I said, it's not even about that. I'm talking about regardless of if you once you're pregnant, fucking and shit, you can get the plan B right after and shit. But once you're pregnant and you're going through pregnancy, baby showers, because that's why I said like people think like because they like I'm pregnant now like I said, people are so caught up in this attention shit. Having a kid is for their attention and shit. Like people like want them. They'd be like, so it's such a cute baby. And third, you're not even taking care of your kid. You can barely take care of yourself. Like make sure you really know what the fuck you want to do before you just do shit, bro. Number one, like you having a kid, you bringing somebody's life in this shit. You bringing somebody's life into this world,
cheap,
bro.
They're not cheap.
Cheap.
Not even that. Like
cheap. Come on.
You ever see the process now with just like welcoming the kid like into like the world and shit? Like people spend so like I didn't seen so many like partners like spend so much money just like for the overall process of like the baby shower. Then you got to pay money for a gender reveal, and then they got like all this
gender
other
reveal,
all this extra shit and everything just to welcome the kid. Like nah, like.
It was never that.
Not that deep and shit like that. Like
About to have man about to come
but
through.
yo, man, this was a good episode, man. This shit is we was touching a lot of topics and shit.
One off.
It's a one-off John. We gonna do more than this.
Yeah, we gonna definitely do more than this and shit like that. This right here is just kind of like a lot like the shit like we just kind of like just cooling for real.
Cooling, talking.
Just talking, and like I said, man, we've been like extending our hand out, like you try and get on the show.
Yeah.
Like I said, as far as like if people want to like sit through the pod, if you an artist, entrepreneur, content creator, any type of person that you really are and everything, and you looking for like a platform
to
really like talk your stuff on and everything, we here.
Yeah, get on that fire in the booth. I'm all about that.
Mandatory.
Yeah, get on
mandatory. If you're an artist, any type of artist, if you're an artist and you're cleaning yourself as a rapper and shit like that, yo,
everybody can't come up here.
Everybody can't come up here.
Every time you come in here, it's mandatory you give a fire in the booth, even if we not shooting a podcast that day.
Come on, bro.
Like,
come on, you can get up here.
You got it. Like, come on, just even like, come on, we're giving you
get up here.
4 minutes.
Come on,
that's all we need. 4 minutes of your time.
And not even that. Like we was saying inside at the beginning and everything. When we made like this podcast, is like to really bridge the gap and really kind of like put like a light on what we got going on as far as like our community and like a lot of the talent that goes on as far as like the South Jersey area and shit like that.
Shout out South Jersey,
South Jersey, man. Jersey 856.
We making a change, man. We changing the narrative, yo. I'm your man, DJ Zay.
I'm your boy, Swaggy T.
Man, it's your boy, Willie Wack, man.
And we out of here.
We out of here.